a boomerang. She come bouncing back, just like on the dick. And she do a spin, yeah, she do those spins. Yeah, she spit on that tin, yeah. But I'ma stay on point. I gotta get that money, just like my joints. They spread out, and I flop my wings. If I was a bird, I'd be a wing. Yeah, you get it? Yeah, that's first class shit. First class, you don't even know what I'm talking about. Bitch, I'm the pilot lit. I'm the pilot lit. Business owner. I represent. I'm from the fold. Everybody throw up that shit. Let cash accumulate over days and chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days and chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days and chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days and chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days and chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days and chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days and chase that check for days. Let cash accumulate over days and chase that check for days.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the recap with Let Cash Accumulate Over Days. Today's Sunday, June 11th, and we're going to just be going over some information that took place over the weekend and what to prepare for going towards this week, you guys. And it's about to get real here. But before we go any further, this is recap coverage from the stock and crypto market. These are live ideas of thought and studies. This is not financial advice on this stream or with this company. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get right into what's about to happen. So we got earnings this week, of course. Small little earnings this week. Not too much really going on. It's dying down. But it'll pick back up. Every 3 months you got companies reporting. So it's looking like, far as the earnings this week, the two that stick out like a sore thumb, you got Oracle and Adobe. Adobe is going to be really big, you guys. That's AI name, and it's like the last of the least of like the NVIDIA. So that's reporting apparently. So it's pretty big. Adobe has been a sleeper, but we're going to see. That's going to be a huge earnings this week, you guys. But other than that, as far as the earnings, that's pretty much it. Federal Reserve this week, we do see that, they're back. They're back here this week, and honestly, you saw the market really not doing too much last week. It just consolidated a little bit up technically. So just because it was really no Federal Reserve speakers last week, and they were probably looking at the data for what they're about to release to us. So it's about to get real. It's going to get very volatile. Every week is volatile. That's what the VIX is about. That's what volatility is. You're going to see the market move every day, whether it's up or down. So whether it's slow or fast, but it's going to move. But at the end of the day, it's going to get very volatile. We got the Fed rate decision on Wednesday at 2 p.m. The FOMC statement Wednesday on 2 p.m. FOMC economic projections on Wednesday at 2 p.m. And then, Fed Chair Powell speaks 2:30, following up on everything that has been is going to be out to the open to the public, you guys. So it's about to get very volatile. That's just really the key this week. Wednesday is a huge day. Economic data this week, though. CPI inflation data is important too on Tuesday. Everybody's looking into that to see what's your predictions for this week, U.S. CPI inflation report. Do you think it'll be 4.9% previous, like it was in April, or 4.1% expected, like in May? So, what that's going on a Tuesday, 8:30 a.m. What's your predictions? What are you thinking? That's pretty much what I got my clients and everybody, through the Discord or whatever. You rocking with LCAOD free game. That's what it's about, though. It's not even about none of that. It's really about that's what's happening. So we want to know that. So it's gonna get, like I said, very critical there. Tuesday, 8:30 a.m. You may see the market push higher, you guys, and get rejected. But we'll see here. We're gonna be looking at the outcome. LCLD is expecting the market to push higher. And Going with the expected, possibly, So if it's expected, I mean, inflation is going away, and if it's previous, that means inflation isn't. So, what do you think will be the outcome of this week's Federal Reserve meeting? And expected is 5.225%. The previous is 5.25%. So they're saying here, no rate hike, soaring inflation, or Powell has to pick 25 basis point rate hikes, banking crisis. Because the banking crisis, you gotta think that's still a thing. The banks really ain't moved at all, you guys. If y'all notice this, all this AI stuff and the big tech, they have been going up here. They have picked the market up here at these highs. But the reason why you're not seeing it push higher because the banks, you guys, they're still in a little crisis or something that's going on still there. So it's still banks struggling, obviously, and that could be a problem. Powell might want to go 25 basis points here, rate hike, banking crisis. So the pressure's on, obviously, them, as you can see. But, you got to push a button. Push the button. Which one you going to do there? So we'll be looking at that all week there. Definitely, that's taking place on Wednesday, though. He's going to make a decision. And whichever way, which one he does pick is going to send the market bullish or bearish. I think it's usually always be a lot of chop up and down for a while, and then it's going to break out. So just be cautious of it. Don't get caught in the middle, obviously, because it's going to be a lot going on. It's going to be a lot of volatility. But at the end of the day, if you're new to it, it might be best to watch, honestly, man, because it's going to be wild this week. So we're looking at all this data here. PPI inflation data on Wednesday. Retail sales data coming out Thursday, and jobless claims data coming out Thursday. New York Manufacturing Index data is coming out. Philly Manufacturing Index data is coming out. And consumer sentiment on Friday, you guys. So that's the economic data. That's what you need to be aware about, because that's what's going down. That's what's up. That's like, it's going to move the market here. We shouldn't be in the same spot we are by the end of this week, guaranteed. So be on the lookout for where we're at, where we're at, and where we're going. But yeah, that's pretty much all of that. So what happened Friday, you guys? S&P 500 notches fourth straight positive week, touches highest level since August. The broad market index gained 0.11%, closing at 4,298.86. The Nasdaq Composite rose 0.16% to end at 13,259.14. The Dow Jones Industrial Average traded up 43.17 points, or 0.13%, closing at 33,876.78. It was the 30 stock Dow's fourth consecutive positive day. So that's pretty much what happened there, you guys. Overall, Friday, the market went up. It didn't go up crazy, nothing like that, but it went up to what it was expected, what the bulls wanted. It is a lot of resistance here, you guys, though, where we're at in the market right now. So you're going to see a lot of people say here at this point in the market, oh, yeah, it's exciting. It's a bull market, which it is. But you're going to also see people say that it's a bear market still. Don't get it twisted. This is the top. And reason why they can say that, and it is true, looking at the charts, looking at a year or two out, this is the top. We haven't broken completely back to the high of where we were going there in 2020 to 2021, and that was around the SPY 450. So S&P 500 450. So it's a lot still. We are technically at a key level of resistance here where the market can just break down again. Or this time it really is different, you guys, and it's going to retest the highs here. We're going up here. So that's what you have right now going on. You got to be aware of that, and you need to be cautious about that particular, because that's going to make or break the future right now. What's going on here? If we're going higher, then you'll see it go higher. Or if this is the top, you won't see the market go higher from here. It's going to be lower. So it's just really getting critical here. You should start keying in on what you want to do, what it is you're doing, and have a plan long term, man. LCAOD, we got a plan at all times, long term. So, the short-term turmoil, it doesn't affect at all. It doesn't affect the company. And that's how you want things to be. So that's good. And other than that, I think everyone should just think about that if it's personal or if you're working with a company, individual, whatever the case may be for you, have a plan. Be thinking long term. Don't treat this like a gamble because then it could possibly hurt you in your mental state as well. And so this stuff is serious and you don't want to let it do that. But that's pretty much it though. We're going to go ahead and get into the charts and numbers here. I just wanted to let y'all know what happened pretty much Friday and what to expect this week, you guys. It's going down or up. We don't know, but pay attention closely. This is a make it or break it week here with all this data. And yeah, the market loves CPI inflation and PPI inflation and rate hike decisions. They love that. So it's going to definitely move this week, you guys. But we'll be showing this on every recap this week. So just keep this question in mind. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. But let's go ahead and get into the charts and numbers. Yes, sir. And we if you peep the title here, we are with some new plays this week. We're looking at Netflix. We're looking at Google and Alibaba this week, you guys. So tighten up, tune in. We're starting with the SPY first and foremost. The SPY, you guys. Okay, so this is what I just read technically. The SPY, it hit that target, 432. Boom, 432 was resistance, got rejected here. There's a bear there. Expected that because it had to do that. If it wasn't going to do that, you guys, the SPY was going towards 435. That was the next target. So you got to keep that in mind. The bear did step in right here in front of all this economic data that's about to come out this week. So you may see consolidation here into the data, or you may see a run up into the data, or you may see a pullback into the data here. So it's just something to be looking out for, obviously, on the SPY. But, yeah, rejected right there, 432 as expected at LCAOD. If you're watching the recaps and you've been tuned in, you know that's correct. So what we're looking at now is, yeah, we know that the bear is here. Okay, so now we're zooming out on the chart. You got to look year to date, you guys. You got to look 1 year out. You need to really look 5 now. So let's look 5 years out here on the chart. 2022 here. We're way above that top, which was what, 425, correct? But then you've seen 425 come all the way back down to 347, you guys. It didn't come straight down. It consolidated here at 408 to 400 for a while, and then it did sell off. They did do that. So over time, it went to the downside. It never retested that high. So that's where the bears are still saying, hold up, bear market. And let me show y'all this too before we go any further. This is what the indices closed on Friday, bullish here overall. But that's why I'm saying you got the bears saying still bear market, and the bulls like bull market. So we're still playing a tit for tat game here because, the S&P 500, it closed up barely. And NASDAQ closed up a little bit too as well. The Russell 2000 is signaling downside though. And the Dow Jones barely closed up. The VIX is up. So that's why the bears are kind of, they're like, hold on, wait. Bear market, the VIX is up. So we're about to look at all that here. But, it is kind of like a push and pull thing here. It is a bear market, bull market right now still. Kind of. It's like the last stage of it right here. This is because, now you got the public eye. Far as these top like CNBC, all these companies here, they're promoting it as it's a new bull market. So they just started saying this like last week, and now it's getting to that point where hold on, the bears they could be like really mad right now and about to really reverse it and show what the chart is signaling. And then you can be looking at 2022, the end of it, going into 2021, the end of it, like I said, the top was right here, 470, and the end of 2021, and it sold off back to 470 to 413. So huge sell off right there from 450 to 430. So we're in an area where this is critical resistance, you guys. This is where the bears do not like the market to be. So obviously the bulls here, if they're going to push it and show that this is a bull market, they're going to have to push and peak at that 450 area here. That's the only way the bulls are technically really about to win, because in all, when you show these weaknesses in the air, the market is so high, it's going to come down so sudden. As you see it going up slowly. So at the end of the day, be aware of these levels, you guys. It's really getting critical. It's a bull market / bear market. Y'all add the Twitter too at Let Cash. You get a free game on there too, seeing what the indices open like, or pre-market, excuse me, indices pre-market and indices close. So a little free game right there. At Let Cash on Twitter, y'all make sure y'all add that. But yeah, but like I said, you're gonna see a lot. Hold on, wait, bull market, no bear market, bull market, no bear market right now until the tension breaks off this data this week, you guys. So be looking at the economic data and knowing that the tension is about to break off of that for sure. So you won't be confused as much. But the VIX is up though. So it did close up. So that is kind of bearish in a way. But at the same time, looking at it, it's bearish in a way, and it looks like that the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq and the Dow is barely up. Things could flip, and could be easily sliding back towards a bear market, or at least towards the bear's comfort. So just be on the lookout for either way here. The market going either way right now, you guys. Going into here, that we're about to enter the summer. The summer's coming. The summer's here. So. And then the fall's next, and then we'll be seeing how the seasons change and things of that nature. But okay, let's go ahead and get back to the spot. Just wanted y'all to see that. But yeah, so pretty much though, from the 1 day perspective, you guys, levels I'm looking out for on the spot tomorrow. If they're still bullish, if the market is still bullish, and they're gonna keep momentum, upside is 430.80 retest. You must break. Then the next level is 432. You need to get above that resistance now. If you don't even get above it, you need to try to consolidate at it to where you keep momentum, and then you get that burst to that 435, because we know that's where you're going there. That's the next upside target there for the bulls. Then if that breaks, their ultimate target is 440. The bulls it'll be a bull party there. So be looking out for these levels here on the SPY coming by the end of the week, going into next week, whenever. Upside levels, that's what it is. To the downside, like I said, we could be peaking here though. We could be peaking here. You see how I got rejected right there, 432. Real claw right there. That was a real claw. So the bears could claw back below 429, and if they get it to that zone, the next level to look out for to the downside would be 427.50. Oh, if that doesn't hold here, the bears are really trying to get the market back to that 425 to 423.40 gap zone right there. That's the bear target still going long here in the market going into next week further. By the end of the year, you guys, however long it takes, the bears will fill that gap there at 423. That's their target to the downside. So just be looking out for these breaks though. First and foremost, though, if you don't see it holding here at 429, then know the next level is that 427. Then know your next level, if that doesn't hold, is your 425, and it gets critical. So just know these levels. When you know these levels, you be profitable. Really easy. It's not hard, you guys. Don't make it hard on yourselves. But those are the levels you should be looking out for on the spot. To the triple Qs. Now, patience is a virtue as well. Triple Qs here, 354 closes. You see they peaked at that 357 again, rejected. So this is what let's look at this from the 1 month perspective. This is not the first time the triple Qs has gotten rejected here, but that is a tremendous bounce back from 348 to 357. Right, that was a buy the dip. Oh man, mega. So at the end of the day, you guys, it looks like the triple Qs, you guys. They're right here. They're at that area where this is not the first time, like I said. They have actually finally filled that wicking candle right here at 356. But it's not trading strong above it. It did sell off. It's right back to the point where it sold off at. We might be right back eyeing that level again here. If CPI data, if all this stuff is not good this week, you guys, data's looking awful and stuff, and Feds just like, oh man, no, I'm done with it, and they not, they're not buying in with it. You could be retesting these levels here where I just drew out here to the downside. So triple Qs are they're right back really at that resistance level, and you only get about 3 of these chances. They're getting a little extra bit of time here. They had 1. We would call out a 2, 3, and we've got to say that's 4 to the 5th try now. They didn't have 5 tries. So triple Qs will have 5 times to break out here at this area, and they haven't did it. So it could be an ultimate signal where, the triple Qs is really high. The NASDAQ is really high. Stocks are really high. And they may pull back a chunk here just to, see if they can get buyers one last time. Or, either or, they could really push here higher starting tomorrow. So, because it's right here in this zone where, you have tried 5 times. And it's like tomorrow, if you close down tomorrow, we know it's another failed attempt. So we're looking at that closely right now in the triple Qs, man, because it's really getting critical up there in the air. It's like they can't breathe the higher they get. So we're gonna see if that continues. If they find some oxygen and they push higher, or they just jump and get back to level ground. I think level ground wouldn't be bad at the triple Qs. I think a lot of people want in. So I think that's what it could be possibly happening, shaping up here further. But we'll be looking at both levels closely, obviously. To the upside, though, 356 break here. You got to go ahead and do that again. You need to go ahead and retest 357. You got to break again this time. This will be your 6th try. If you don't, you should. On the 6th try, you possibly could. If you don't, it's going to be downside. Obviously, we'll get to that in a second. But the upside level, if you do, I'm expecting the next level is 360. And really, you know what? Since it's tried 6 times, you guys, it wouldn't surprise me if they just go ahead and take it straight to, if they break this time, to 366. They just take it straight there. Because remember, that's the target. That's gonna stand it out. That's gonna make all of this longer wait here finally broken out from the 1 month perspective. It'll finally be broken out. It'll be a new high like you see here and here, and that's what the bulls want for real on the triple Qs. And expect, oh man, you could really be seeing this come though. And at the same time, like I said, the stocks are going to go up because there still is a lot of upside for stocks to do this. So this could be playing out. This is their target. So don't forget that. And just know with the data, if it's good, it's going to do that. So, that's the target there. Be long in the triple Qs, obviously. They got the most money as of the past year to date. So that's what you got to be looking at too as well. So that's the upside levels here on the triple Qs I'm expecting there. To the downside, 353 is critical. If that doesn't hold, 350 to the downside again. If this don't hold, retest 348. And I think they're going to make a decision here. You possibly could see it break this time to 344 here to the downside on the triple Qs. I think that's the Bears' new target. Before 340, they know it's going to take a while. Maybe the data is not bad. It takes them straight to it. But 344 is a new low that I think the Bears will be very comfortable with. They're going to be happy. They just got to get it below that point there of 348. Like last time it didn't, and it broke back up here. You see it's back over here. So we're going to be seeing these levels closely here this week, obviously. And that's the downside levels here for the triple Q. So we'll be looking out for that 352 not to hold and 350 next level. If that don't hold, 348 triple Qs to the downside. DIA, the Dow Jones. So they barely peaking up as well. The Dow Jones. They did hit their target, 340, but rejected instantly. Tried to do it again. No, rejected. Consolidated, closed, 339.27. So the Dow Jones, you guys, they're just right here. They need to just to the upside levels tomorrow. I'm looking to see if they retest 340. They get the 340, they break. This time you may see the Dow Jones pick up the 342.50. on the Dow Jones. That's their upside target there for the end of the week here. Maybe possibly tomorrow, Tuesday. Looking out here further, obviously long term. But you know, that's the upside targets. They need to just go ahead and break. Once it breaks, then the Dow will rally. The target ultimate is that 347 level there for the Dow Jones. So that's for the Dow Jones to really rally. But you know, here's first here. This is the levels to be looking out here first to break and get to the upside. And that's obviously what the Bulls are trying to do. They're trying their best. But to the downside here, obviously you can't get to that 340 break. To the downside, I see the Dow Jones coming back to 337.80 here. They won't hold it there. If they don't hold it there, the next level to be looking out for is 336.40, 336.50 to the downside on the Dow Jones. And you'll probably see consolidation here, and then a possible another dollar here or two to 334.50 on the Dow Jones. I think that's where the Bears really want to get their comfort zone back. Looking at it over here, you guys. So that's what it is. That's the levels. IWM. So they're weak. They're weak. You remember, I had drew in the last recap. You had to check it out on your own, but I had kind of drew their top saying it was 1, 2. It looks like we got a 3 top here and another sell-off Friday with IWM. So they're the only ones that really kind of close bearish, and they're right here at critical support here. You know, not bad, honestly, for them. It took them a while to get here, so for them to, you know, consolidate right here, it's not bad. They can really go up here and flip the market back up here, and the VIX will probably go back down. So be on the lookout for that as well, you know, obviously, right now. That could be in the works on the IWM, you know, but as of right now, you do have about 1, 2, 3 tops in. You know, at the end of the day, you know, you look at that critical as well. You know, it must break further. It must break one of those tops here to show strength to the upside. So upside levels I'm looking for tomorrow is 186, 60 here, you guys, here to break. Next level above that is 187.50. I'm looking out for that level closely there on the IWM. Their target, remember, is that 190. They can take it there, and after that, remember, it's 192 is their next target. So them the Bulls targets there on the IWM, you guys. Don't forget that. It's still in play here. But you know, to the downside here, this could be a top here. Obviously, you got 3 of them, so this could be showing that will be the top here. You see it starting to mountain slide. What goes up must come down. So to the downside, I'm looking for 183.50 not to hold. If that don't hold, the next level is 182. If that don't hold, the next level is 180 to the downside on the IWM. And I think that makes that even. And then we can figure out what we're going to do going further here. But that's the downside levels right there on the IWM I'm looking out for this week, next week. VIX. Volatility, where you at? Oh, threw in a little small little green little candle right there. You know what that is? They call that a curving candle for you see things about to change. Look at this green candle. Look at this green candle. Look at this green candle. You see that right there? Look at this green candle. You hope not that happens after that, but after this is coming. But if so, you're gonna see the market really come back down here. And like I said, this is your top here because the VIX is extremely oversold here. In a minute, the market can really, really sell off and let a lot of buyers back in. Right now, a lot of buyers can't really get in because the market is just going so up, and it's draining liquidity here, and you're not really seeing the banks do too much, and it's causing a lot of friction. So, and there was a lot of stuff over the weekend about crypto as well, too, you guys. So be on the lookout for that. But we'll talk about that at the end, or you know, in Discord or whatever. If you're interested in crypto, you know about it. Yeah. So, but the VIX though. The volatility, that candle right there could be really signaling out. It's time to be. It's about to be a reversal here on the VIX. So we're looking out for that closely now. So to the upside tomorrow on the VIX, I'm seeing if it's going to get back to $15. If the VIX get back to $15, I think you see the market really pull back from where it's set. You guys, you see all those downside levels start to happen, start to take place. If not sudden. Surely. slowly. They will. It will. So I'm looking out for that. But to the downside here on the VIX, obviously, if that was just a little break, if that was a breather, if that was an air break, still looking at that $13 level here on the VIX. Obviously, that's about 84 cents. You get that, I think you see the market really push up. You feel me? So you got to be looking at the VIX real closely to see which way it's going, because that's going to give you your direction from here. Last week was a lot of really slow volatility, fast volatility, nothing. It was really a lot of nothing. So at the end of the day, you're going to see more volatility this week. Be looking out for these levels on the VIX. Netflix. Oh, mania. Oh, man. Oh, man. 420, you guys. 420, you guys. Netflix. It went up $10, 2.66%, 60% on Friday. And Netflix. Remember, I was telling you guys on the previous recaps about Netflix and this level right here. 420, it's the 409 resistance once it broke. I told you it was free game over there at Netflix, and it still is right now. Netflix now can run from this level, and I said this already on the previous recaps. Check them out. You have to go back and see which ones that say Netflix on the video. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, all those. That's the ones. And 450. That's their target. There's not going to be any real resistance until about 450 on Netflix now, you guys. This thing is bullish. They broke above 409. That was the last bear lag of they were above 400 for a while, so they broke above 409. Then that was the last bear lag right there. That was the last group of bears. They all turned. It looks like that this thing is bullish until the next leg of bears at 450. So Netflix is a extreme buy right now. It is an extreme buy because it's here too before July. It's here before August. It's already at 420 in June. And it's early June. Netflix hasn't been playing, man. They've been making a bull run. And this is what has been really causing the market, the NASDAQ, everything to go up. Netflix has been going up with the market, with big tech. Their market capitalization is getting bigger. $186.714 billion they have, and they're proving it. They just made a tremendous run. Look at this. From the time that I was recapping it up until now, they right where LCAOD expected them. We got clients celebrating their eyeballs out. I have clients in real tears, real emotions, because they're like, dude, how the freak did you know this? And I'm like, first and foremost, I thank God for the gift. And that's really it. I don't know what to tell you. They're here. I just know they got the money, bro. The shows were intense. Like, look at the shows. Like, they look like, I don't know. So they're right here, you guys, where it's expected. The upside levels I'm looking out for tomorrow, you guys, on Netflix here now, from the 1-day perspective. And like I said, there's nothing stopping this from going up. Trust and believe that. Now, there could be a thing called patience. It might have to kick in because they're just going crazy too, insane. But they may just keep this momentum up. So to the upside levels here, I'm looking out for tomorrow is 428. You get to 428, the next level of resistance may try to stop you in the market is 434. Before you see consolidation, next level is 440. That's their target here before their ultimate target of the real resistance kicking in at 450. Before probably it looks like now they're going to go ahead and possibly do it before their earnings report, which is July 17th. Or it looks like it could be a possibility where they slug it out here until July 17th. We don't know. We're looking at that closely now, though. But these are the upside levels you need to know and expect on Netflix coming in soon next to the downside, because it could go either way. Powell might really say, "Hold on, wait. Let me really correct this market and do what I need to do." Everybody has been tremendously paid. They need to sell. So you may see Netflix pull back. If you do see it pull back here, your levels to know not to buy it when it hits 415 when it hits about 414, you guys. To the downside, if that don't hold, the next level will be about 412 to 410 again. So be looking out for these levels closely here on the downside here. The bears can easily get that $9 to $10 back and set Netflix right in the zone where it's right back consolidating with that critical resistance at 408 near it. And, you know, either way, it could go either way still here. But these are the levels you should be looking out for on Netflix. Google. Oh, Google. Google sold off from a big pop to the upside. And they consolidated here for a while before they did make that pop there. But that sell-off right there is a target now because they're back below from where they're consolidating below now this time, meaning a new target is 128 on Google to the upside. So just looking at that, knowing that that's where they're going, you guys. That's where Google's trying to get to. Remember, they're cheap AI right now, apparently, but they're trying to really get to about 150, 170. You remember Google was trading at 1,500 plus before their stock split. Google's a strong stock. Remember, $1.556 trillion, the top stock in the market. So Google got the bag, and, you know, it looks like they're doing a lot of stuff with Google Pixels. I'm seeing a lot of Google commercials. I'm starting to see a lot of rappers, a lot of celebrities get involved with Google commercials. They're advertising their phones really well. They're advertising their AI pretty well to the point where it's looking very likable and affordable as well. So investors like that. There's a chance to push price higher. They'll do it, you know. So be on the lookout for Google going up further because of the AI stuff right behind it. So to the upside here, you should be looking out here. The next level is 123. Google breaks that next level, 123.50 to the upside. You get above that, your next level is 125, and their target is 128, you guys. Google will be trying to reach these highs here by the end of the week. By next week, by the week after that, the week after that, whenever, these are the targets here. As long as the market continue to stay near this area, that's the Google's upside levels. To the downside here, 120 don't hold. The next level to be looking out for is 119 to 118.50 here. You may see a possible a little bit cheap AI, go cheaper AI. So it could be in the works of that. You could see cheap AI go get cheaper AI. Google could make an even more discount just because they got the bag. They know what they're doing. They can find more buyers here. They know they pull price back down here. So this is something we're looking out for. Obviously, it can go both ways here. Them the levels there you should be looking out for on Google. Alibaba, last but not least, China. We're looking at Alibaba. This is the Amazon of China. Alibaba is. So their retail here, we're looking at the retail data real closely this week. China's AI clout might be overstated. What investors need to know. So, you know, we're looking at everything as far as what Alibaba's doing here. They're at an area, obviously they're near bottom, looking 1 year out here. You know, could get a little bit lower here, about $20 more, but that's a real panic zone for China to be trading that low. So we're looking at this being the recent bottom here, you know, and it looks like this thing possibly might be getting back on the bull train here, especially if it breaks above this area here of 89. We know the next level of resistance is until about 97 to 100. So Alibaba is one of those stocks that can really, you know, China can really flip things here, obviously. Or, you know, if China is not looking good and people are looking more fearsome of trading with China stocks, then you will see that pull back to that 65 zone there, another $20 down. But as of right now, Alibaba's looking kind of strong right here, consolidating. So here to the upside here, with the overall market here, the upside levels I'm looking out for is 86.50 here to the upside. That breaks here. The next level we know is their target there at 88 to 89 on the upside of Alibaba here, you guys. So be looking out for these levels here on the bull side there to be taking place here with Alibaba this week, possibly next week going further. To the downside, obviously, this could be your top here. Alibaba here could be about to top out here from here and pull back. So to the downside level I'm looking out for is 84.90. If that don't hold, the next level is about 84.39 to 29 to the downside. The next level after that is 83.35 here to the downside. So that's the bear's target right there. Alibaba, that's what they're looking out for. So be on the lookout for it. Alibaba to go either way tomorrow, and that's going to signal out a lot there going further. Looking at the data and how China's trading and the United States is trading. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, you guys. Over the weekend, Bitcoin, crypto, all that sold off. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, everything. Shiba, everything sold off. A big over the weekend. The SEC filed a lawsuit against Binance, against crypto, basically. So the crypto is that's not looking good. When that news was announced, it did sell off. Obviously, you see it right here in the area from where it sold off at, right here. So Bitcoin is just right here chilling at 25K. You might be all right. I don't know. It's just something going on. They get sued all the time for real. They probably used to it by now, but it is getting to the point where it's starting to fade out. Could be possibly about to fade back down here. That's what people are looking out for on Bitcoin to happen. But here's to the upside. People are obviously looking at it to go back towards this way here, 31,000. So Bitcoin's about to make a move there, obviously soon. That never closes. And Ethereum is well, is down here. It's pointing towards 1,600, but it could be pointing right back towards 1,900 as you just saw it. So just be on the lookout for it. That going either way as well, going further. But S&P 500 futures are a little changed as traders look ahead to key inflation data, Fed meeting. That's where everybody tuned in for, you guys. You see the indices right now, everything's green a little bit slightly, and the oil is down a little bit. So we'll see how that changes tomorrow, going into the morning. The Trump indictment is very, very damning. Damning his former attorney general, says what? So I heard if he gets indicted and get locked up, he still can win as far as president. Like, what? It's so much crazy stuff going on with that. It's wild, bro. But yeah, man. But that's pretty much it, though, man. We're going to have another recap tomorrow, tuning in pertaining with the stock market and the crypto market, that is. And we'll see, if those levels end up paying out for what we just did, the recap there. But I will see y'all tomorrow with another recap. This was the recap with LCAOD. I see y'all tomorrow. Peace.